Everything that exists today was once just a spark of imagination. But now is the time to discover what truly resonates with you, not what others expect you to pursue. You don't need anyone's approval. The only permission required is your own. Ask yourself, what do I truly desire? What if it were already real? How would I feel if it were true? Capture that emotional tone, enrich it with the vividness of reality, and then immerse yourself in it as though it already exists. From there, anticipate its arrival as inevitable. That inevitability lies in your ability to bring it forth and project it into the world around you. Eventually, others will call it real. Even if they doubt your story, even if they dismiss it as mere fantasy, they'll point to a series of events or circumstances that seem to explain how it came to be. They'll trace a logical path, a chain of causes, leading to the outcome you imagined. You'll walk across that bridge of events toward the fulfillment of your vision. And while they'll attribute it to something tangible, the true cause remains unseen. Is it divine? Is it the hand of God? God, after all, is invisible to the human eye. No one can see what you imagine. You can sit quietly and envision whatever you choose, and no one can stop you. But can you make your imagined world feel real? If you can, then the path will unfold before you, and you'll move through a sequence of experiences that bring your vision to life. Don't credit the physical steps you take as the source of your success. Suppose you imagined owning a thriving business. One day, a building goes up for sale, but you don't have a single dollar to your name. Then a stranger approaches and asks if you're interested in buying it. Knowing you're broke, you respond with disbelief. But the stranger tells you he has idle funds sitting in the bank and offers to purchase the building on your behalf. He suggests having his lawyer place a bid, so others won't know who's behind it and won't drive up the price. That way, the building can be acquired at the lowest possible cost. You agree, even though you have no collateral. All that's required is your signature, promising to pay 6% annually on the purchase price, gradually reducing the balance over 10 years. You sign the papers, and just like that, you become the owner, without spending a dime. Your signature was the only asset you had. Over the next decade, you repay the principal, making yearly interest payments. 20 years later, the man passes away and leaves you $150,000 tax-free, along with several properties and personal belongings. Meanwhile, your business continues to flourish. This all began between 1922 and 1924. Now it's 1968. The original building no longer stands. The buyer paid only $50,000 for it. Eventually, the bank purchased the land for $840,000 in cash, with no capital gains tax. And the business? It expanded across multiple islands and is now worth more than $15 million. All of this stemmed from a single act of imagination. It all traces back to the moment before the stranger offered to buy the building. A young man saw something more in that property. He believed his father had been deceived and unfairly pushed out of a partnership. Rather than seek revenge, he chose to prove his worth. Every day, he visualized the building with his family name on the sign instead of theirs. He couldn't physically change the name, but in his mind, he saw it clearly. Twice a day, for 2 years, he imagined that sign bearing his family's name. To him, that meant ownership. And one summer, it became reality. Today, the company spans all the islands, with no outside partners. They've never sold shares beyond the family or invited outsiders into the business. All of it was born from imagination. I know this because it's my own family's story. This isn't hearsay. My brother Victor was the one whose vision sparked it all. And to this day, he relies solely on imagination to guide his work. He's clear about what he wants. Once he decides what's best for the business, he claims it mentally and lets events unfold. As scripture says, every vision has its appointed time. It matures. It blossoms. If it's meant to be, wait for it, it will arrive and won't be late. That's the true meaning of that passage. So when you know what you want, stay loyal to that assumption. Even if your current reality contradicts it, persistence will turn it into fact. Isn't it said that God calls things that are not seen as though they were? And then the unseen becomes visible. That's how the invisible becomes real, through the power to resurrect. So if I assume I already am, I don't need proof to support it. I name it, shape it, define it, and by remaining in that state, I bring it to life. I speak from experience. All I ask is that you accept this truth. Do you believe that with God, all things are possible? Do you believe that all things are possible for you? You'll see for yourself soon enough. But you are the force that makes it happen, it won't occur without you. If tonight you dare to assume you have a better job or a higher income, you might be let go tomorrow. But don't worry. Upon reflection, you'll realize it was necessary to move you closer to your vision. I've seen people lose a job only to land in a better one. I'm not suggesting you quit. You might be promoted where you are or recruited by a competitor. I don't know how it unfolds, I only know that if you stay true to your assumption, it will manifest, and you'll move toward the reality you dared to claim. I could share countless stories like this, which is why I urge you to live from the end. The end is where the journey begins. If I already see my name on the sign, that's the destination. I don't wait for events to lead me there. I inhabit that final state now. If I've reached the end, how would it feel if it were true? The key is to act, to believe, and everything will align. Subscribe now so you don't miss powerful new insights and practices. Like the video, it helps other spiritual seekers find it. And drop the word source in the comments, our shared energy signal to the universe.